Allow me to show you something.
Wrote you a letter. Now that I'm here without you, hope that you're better. Hope that you found someone new. You were good to me. You were good to me. Where our fears go, not like it used to.
Let's make this simple and sweet. You're just not that into me.
Distance side. Please don't leave me here. You're trying to be cool. You look like a fool to me.
Hey, it's Faye. Welcome back to my channel. It is cloudy and rainy outside. It's one of those days where I feel like the weather really defines how I am feeling. I asked you guys on Twitter because I didn't want to film something so up and going. I didn't want to like put this whole like entertainment show on. Just want to tone it down. So I told you guys on Twitter, which you should follow me if you don't because I do all the talking there. I want to film something more like chill, low-key, do a get ready with me, life update, and story times. I'm just gonna get started. I feel like a lot of the peeps who are asking for a story time is because I've been doing a lot of Instagram lives lately. If you want, never mind, don't follow me. I've just been talking a lot about like boy stories, whatever. By the way, everything I am gonna be applying on my face will be linked down below. And also, look at my pajamas, aren't they cute? I got this from YESSTYLE. I'll try to link it if it's still in stock, I don't know. So as you guys can see, I did my shebang this morning and my nails were looking so ratchet. I was like on my phone by the window being like emo because like gray clouds just make me feel like I'm in this dramatic phase of my life, which is not true. I'm easily influenced. I was like at photos and I saw my nails and I miss having nails. I went ahead and put on my stickies. I tried finding these online. I actually got a whole bunch of these in Korea because I couldn't find them online. Before we get into all the drama, I guess it's a perfect timing to kind of give you guys a life update. So far, nothing. My life has literally been a melting pot of YouTube stuff, sleep, YouTube stuff, sleep, and then like boys. Before we get into that little bubble, I've actually recently transitioned to a new manager, or my first real manager. I used to be with DIVA TV. That is soon coming to an end. I'm transitioning to actual management and they're based in LA. And the reason why is because I feel like I plateaued on YouTube with like K-pop and like K-beauty. And so I want to kind of expand my horizons and dip my toes a bit into the Western side. I want to branch out in different areas. Kind of want to like slowly try to get accepted in the Western side too, you know? I usually mix these two and it works really well actually. But today I wanted to try L'Oreal's Perfect Lasting Foundation. They sent me a whole bunch and I think one of these are my colors. I'm hoping I'm gonna just pick one. Yeah, I guess. Ooh, feels so smooth. What the heck? Literally feels like jelly. This beauty blender is starting to smell like curry, so it's time for it to go. Oh, by the way, thank you guys so much for purchasing my lipstick. Please do check out my lipstick if you guys haven't yet. I'm so like happy that so many of you guys have been tagging me. It's just been blessing my heart with love and joy so much, so thank you guys so much. I'm so excited. Again, number 21 Roasted Red by CLIO and Faye, so check it out, check it out. This does feel actually really high coverage, but like it looks like skin still, which I go for that. Ooh, it looks good on camera. Normally drama consists of a couple of people. The drama in my life has been consisting of just one person, and that's me. If you're not into boy talk, then please feel free to click out and feel free to feel annoyed because I too am getting annoyed at myself about this whole like boy thing because it's kind of like all I ever talk about, and I get it. But you gotta understand that it's kind of like what's consuming my life right now. So when you ask me what's up, I'm like, let's talk about boys again. It's not like I do it on purpose. It's literally my life right now. Besides from the boring, I'm filming and editing. And I don't want to come off like that girl who's like suddenly always talking about boys. So that's why I'm saying you should like click out if you're annoyed of that, or like unsubscribe. Actually don't. You're gonna get a good handful of my BS. Girl's getting experience and she got stories to tell. It's actually kind of fun to have this recorded because when I'm 30 and I look back, I'm gonna be like, dude, 25,000, I kind of went boy crazy. Is this blended? I cannot tell, honey. The only real story times that I have as of current revolves around this whole like, I don't tell boys what I do. Who does that? Hey, nice to meet you. I'm a YouTuber. To be fair, whenever I go on dates, they're always like, so what do you do? You know, so like I get it. It's gonna come up regardless. Whoa, the sun's coming out. I had my fair share of being exposed or like having boys like bust me. Okay, maybe like a couple did, but like the main one is 6'5" guy. If you've been on Instagram, you know who 6'5" is. Did you guys watch my vlog where I was at KCON and I told the story about how a subscriber busted me on my second date with a certain guy? You have to watch it. I'm not gonna tell the story again because it's already up on my vlog channel. Girl, just go watch it and tell me, just tell me what you think. I love that I had a live audience because you guys loved it and you guys were like cracking up, and that made me like feel less shitty about what happened. But that happened again, no. Actually, it wasn't as bad this time, but oh, by the way, love this palette. Go-to colors are these top 3 and accessories. I really like this foundation. Sorry, when I get excited, I squeal a lot. I am like literally, it's kind of odd time to get on my scale, but I'm just kidding, I put this all over my lid and it's a beautiful color. It's the perfect khaki salmon brightening color that's like natural enough. There's a cafe near me and I went on I don't like calling it a date if I end up not liking the guy. I went on a meeting. Normally for dates, I feel like I give myself time to plan to meet. But with this guy, you know, like I was like, whatever. Okay, sure. Let's name him Molo. Everyone's like, let's name him Brad. Let's name him Sam. I'm like, let's name him Molo. So Molo and I met for coffee. So I felt it out, nonchalant. We grabbed our drinks and it was kind of cold inside. So we decided to go outside to sit where the sun was. And when I was inside talking to this guy, sorry, not kid. I just call everyone a kid. I'm a kid. But when we were inside, I did notice these girls at a table. And I didn't think much of it. I was just observant. I saw like the people in the cafe. This color, this is amazing. I love this color so much. Like right now for fall, mauve-y, taupey tones. This is like the perfect combination. This guy and I went on a walk around the area and then like we came back and we just sat outside. We were just having like, he was all right. I mean, there was, oh my god, the haters are shining today. Just kidding. What happened to my cloudy skies? So him and I were just like chilling, talking, getting to know each other, and then like kind of like halfway through the date, I was kind of like, yeah, he's like totally, like I believe in like meeting someone a couple times to know if you like them or not, but instantly I knew that like I wasn't like physically attracted to this guy. Like yeah, I'm totally not feeling this guy, but whatever, you know, like I'm always gonna be nice. I'm such a people person sometimes when I want to be. I'm really good at talking as well, so like I can keep a conversation going for hours, right? And then like I noticed that these girls came out of the cafe and they were like leaving. They kind of glanced at us going towards their car, and then suddenly like they just like stop in the middle of the street. Oh no, why did they stop? I mean, I didn't assume why they stopped, but by the way they were like licking, and then they kind of like not made a scene, but because they were standing in the middle of the road parking lot area, the guy was looking over like, oh, like how come those girls are just like there? And I was just like, like they were over there and I was over here and he's you. And I saw them from my third eye, which is placed right here. So I was like, no, it's fine, they're not. No, I kind of like turned my way over here and I was kind of like, like still talking to him like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And at this point I zoned his conversation out. I was just not paying attention anymore. The more and more I like kind of glanced over, they were just like kind of like loud, but not too loud. And then the guy was like, why are those girls just staring over here? So I was just like, I don't know. It felt really long that they were there doing that I was just kind of like, are those girls gone yet? Because I couldn't see and I was like trying to avoid eye contact. Can you tell me if those girls are gone yet? And he was just like, no, do you know them? Should you say hi? Like, oh, and he was like, you know? And then at this point, I think he kind of got it. He was like, okay, you do social media. You're kind of like sus. You always try to avoid talking about what you do. What else did he say? He said I was being secretive. It wasn't that I came off secretive. I just was like always trying to change the subject. I think that made it feel suspicious. So he was like, oh my gosh, okay, are you telling me that these girls know you, but you don't know these girls? And I was just like, I don't know. Maybe they know you. Pfft, could be you. Literally me always trying to flip it around. And so Molo, he was like, are you saying that if I showed my friends your photo, they can possibly know who you are? And I was just like, dude, no. So then he acted weird in the sense of like he was trying to like show off in front of those girls. I don't know. That's just how I read it. And here's the reason why I read it that way. He suddenly was like, okay, I promise I won't say anything, blah, blah, blah. Like something like that. And I was just like, huh? And he like reached over and like tried to like have physical contact with me. He's like, promise. Trying to make me promise him. And I was just like, I'm not gonna touch her in a garden in front of people who might know who I am. That's weird. I don't know. I don't want like people to see me on a date with a guy and then like me being all like, oh, okay, you know. I was just like, no. And then all of a sudden he like took off his glasses. You were saying how blind you were without your glasses. Like you can't live without your glasses. So I was like wondering why he took it off. He took off his glasses and he put it on his shirt. And then he was just like talking to me, but then like he couldn't see. I can tell he was just like squinting. And I was just like, why'd you take off your glasses? And then he was just like, oh, nothing. I was like so confused. That was so weird. I literally cannot multitask for the life of me. I like to blend in my eyeliner. By the way, someone's supposed to come and inspect our apartment today. I'm like anticipating someone to walk in while I'm filming and I'm just gonna be like, hi. So, but yeah, anyways, I felt like it was kind of weird that he was trying to act like cool, I guess, in front of these girls. He kept like, which is so out of his character. I mean, like, not that I know who he is, but like, he didn't seem like that at all. He tried to come over as well at one point, gave off the vibe of like wanting to like be touchy, and I'm just like, what's happening? Turn off. Not that I was like even interested at this point. It's just a funny situation, but it's not as bad as the one I told on my vlog channel. Holy crap, that's because I did really like, not really like, but I did somewhat find attraction to that guy. I just remember feeling like, why does this always happen to me when I'm on a date? Things like this never happen to me when I'm like by myself, and oh my god. The lighting is so shit. By the way, this is the Blackpink mascara. I was gonna do a full video on it, but then like I got lazy. But yeah, on this same subject of like not telling boys what I do, because like how do you tell someone, oh like I professionally microscope my pores on YouTube? That's how I make a living. Don't go and say that. Honestly, I just don't want them to find my channel because I'll be super embarrassed. Actually, the 6'5" guy that I've been talking about, the most like consistent guy I guess I'm seeing, he actually found out the first time because the first time we met, we didn't really plan it. So it was like very last minute and out of nowhere. I don't know what went through me, but I normally don't invite boys over to my place like that. I really didn't care about this guy at all. Although now I'm like, but then I really didn't care at all about this guy. I was like, he's boring. The way I read his like messages is very monotone to me. So it's very like, oh hell yeah, easy. You know, like things like that. Whatever, right? I guess we just decided to hang out and it just happened to be my place that we hung out for the first time, which take it from me, don't do that. Because it was the last minute, I didn't think about like hiding my YouTube plaques. It's just in a place in my apartment where I just don't think about. I walk past it all the time and I have so much stuff stacked up around that area that like it just doesn't cross my mind because I don't really pay attention. And so this 6'5" dude comes over, right? Every normal like college kid, generic, and nothing like stood out to me. But surprisingly, with like no expectations at all, because I was just kind of like, whatever, it's gonna be like a one-time meet. I'm gonna be like, juices, drink my juices, and be like done. But surprisingly, I really liked his personality and person. He was saying how like he's a people person. It was funny because he has a very monotone of voice as well, and he's very sarcastic in the way he jokes. So then whenever he's joking, I can't tell, and I just find that hilarious. It's like dry humor. He can keep a straight face but like smiling, like he wants to laugh. He has like this like goofy looking like face. So then whenever he's joking, I'm just like, wait, you serious or not? So I was like, oh dude, he's like kind of funny. We ended up like hanging out a lot more. He saw my YouTube plaques and I didn't think of it until I looked over and I was like, oh my gosh, I just like blew my own cover. In my head, I was just like, oh my god, don't mention it, don't mention it. And I kind of freaked out. Hold on, and I went over and I flipped them around. Then the whole conversation of YouTube came up and then like he found out basically. He's like kind of the only one who kind of really knows, which kind of works out, I guess. But he's like so chill about it. He doesn't care, and I really like that. At first, he like got way too like curious. And whenever guys become really curious, they start asking about like, how does it work and all that. I get turned off. Like, I don't want to talk about this on like a first date. It's odd, especially Michigan, you know, like you don't talk about these things to like a guy on a first date. And then they end up requesting like what my channel is, and then I just like have to like gauge my way around. Actually, I was actually turned off. Yeah, really turned off by him at that point because I was like, oh gosh, it's just gonna be about this, you know? But then we end up clicking, I guess. I gotta stop that. Like, I think right now I'm in a good place. Actually, so I've been having consistent mornings where I call my friend. You guys probably know her, Jessica. I tell my friends about like things that's happening, but Jessica, I've been actually telling her more of like how I've been trying to slow down a bit. I don't like get too into it with like my other friends because like I feel like they're always like, oh Faye, here she goes again, right? But then I don't know, sorry Jess if you're watching, I am like super comfortable with her because she's kind of like, we're so similar in a way where I feel like she just like emotionally supports me with whatever. She's always like that cheerleader friend. We're like very similar in terms of like how we think or how we feel with things. Most times I was like telling her how like I didn't want to lose myself in this process because there was one time where I like was way too invested. I started assuming all these like random things and like I started jumping to conclusions, and I literally had to pull myself out of that, even though I was like kind of being like petty. Remind myself that like we're not in a relationship, we're not exclusive, we're not official. Why am I acting like we are? Most times when girls act like that, it could really scare the boy away. I didn't do it to him. It was running in my head. I knew that I was feeling very overly emotional and overly attached, and I was like letting this situation control how I felt. I started my process of reflection at the gym all the way until I went to bed. I realized like I have no right to be in his business. He has no right to be in my business, and I was being very double standard, hypocritical. He doesn't owe me an explanation for anything. Same, I don't owe him an explanation for anything as well. What we are right now, we're just this fling, I guess. I let myself go to the point where I lost myself in that process of having fun, having someone there. All the good emotions that I was feeling, it felt similar to a relationship. Yes, I still carve my nose with an eyebrow pencil. I know. And my chin. Hey, it lasts longer. So, point is, I was just falling into a rabbit hole. Would you, could you, would you have, should you have? And then it wasn't until like during the nighttime when I was sleeping that I really like let it go. It wasn't until then that I realized, whoa, like you don't owe me an explanation. I don't know why I was so in his business that he felt the need to explain to me why, you know. And so I just felt kind of shitty, and I didn't want him to feel burdened. I don't need to be like this. We're just a fling. We have fun. Like, why am I gonna be on his ass about this, you know? What the hell am I doing, right? I think at this point when I was able to mirror my feelings and look at it with an outer body perspective and not me, seeing how I was acting, I became really upset with myself. With this whole thing, I was losing myself so fast. I had no grip on myself anymore. I had no control. I was like letting myself spiral, and I just couldn't hold it together. I don't want to go to that. It's just not worth it. You know, we're just in this fling. We're just having fun. I'm not being fair with him or myself. I act like I want something serious, but I know deep down that I can't have that right now. So I'm just being like selfish. I was being hypocritical with my own feelings, but I'm happy I caught that before it got worse. Usually I let myself spiral, like especially in like previous relationships. But like I guess growing up and like being in this casual dating corner, you really come to realize how to really step back when you need to and let things naturally flow, but then also step in when you need to step in. That's the update on that. That's literally the most recent lesson that I've been really inhaling and letting it soak into me as a person. Yeah, so I just thought I'd share, I guess. I never really believed in this whole like people can change. People can change to become better. They can learn about themselves and improve themselves. I was always like, it's gonna take ages to improve yourself. But I didn't realize that you can actually improve yourself quickly. Obviously, it's not like permanent. Just being able to accept, swallow your tongue, swallow your pride, step down from your ego and just like let it soak and let yourself feel embarrassed about how you acted. That's already improvement, because most times we like to go into denial, we block it out. But in this case, as embarrassed and ashamed as I was with myself, I really had to realize, okay, I was embarrassed of myself, to me. Okay, we literally just have lipstick. I'm gonna take these two. So my color is 21, roasted red, and this is 24, but I'm gonna use this on my cheek first. So trust the process, go with the flow, and let it naturally happen. but you should step in when needed. I feel like me and 6'5", we're not at that place where we feel like we should be discussing these things. At least that's how I feel. Oh my gosh, Halloween is coming up so fast, and okay, like me and Kenny, I don't know if this is okay to say, but we're trying to plan to hang out because she's another YouTuber from Michigan, and we've hung out in Korea, which is so weird because we literally live in the same state, but like we hang out in a different country. Cool. We've been trying to plan to hang out, and like we're kind of thinking about Halloween, and I was like low-key thinking about like to go bar hop. It would kind of be fun if we ask some of our subscribers to come out and like kind of make a video of it, although we're gonna have alcohol involved, but like responsibly. Like it would kind of be fun to just hang with subbies in the area. Like why not? I think it'd be super fun. It's so funny because like I literally have no friends here, so I'm like, Kenny, want to come down? You can just crash with me. Partying with the subbies. I think we should do it. I don't know though. It's just an idea. It's just a thought. Anyways, I've been really into this color, right? But I'm gonna show you what I've been doing. I hope this video wasn't too boring, by the way. I don't know, I always feel like I need to entertain you guys. This has been my like everyday makeup, by the way. Oh my gosh, another thing, Kenny was like, we should find blind dates for each other and make a video out of it. Dude, that'd be so fun. I'm gonna take roasted red and I'm just gonna apply it in the center-ish. Roasted red, make sure you guys click the link down below and get it. It's on Amazon. Like, go ahead and go get it. Support my lipstick. Ah, I'm sorry. Oh, such a pretty combo. Just like fuse the two together. That's why I love this lipstick. It's like if you want to wear it alone in bold, then you can do that, but if you apply it lightly, it gives you almost like a completely different shade. Okay, I'm gonna go do my hair and then I'll be back. I feel like my hair is parted weirdly. But here is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. I love it when I get to sit down and talk to you guys. I hope you guys are okay. But yeah, make sure you guys check out the products down below, and also make sure you guys check out my lipstick. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell to be updated for my boy drama whenever you want to hear. Trust me, it's gonna get annoying. I know it is. Sorry in advance. Until next time, I'm sending love. Bye.